How's it going, guys? My name is TJP, and welcome back to another MLB The Show 23 Franchise Rebuilding Challenge. So, we've got ourselves our next NL team. It's going to be the Cincinnati Reds. So, if you're enjoying the content, make sure to like and subscribe. If you're not subscribed already, comment down which video it is. Go to socials, playlist, second channel, main channel down in the description. But contact me, TJP. So, yeah, I know a few other people have commented, can you do this team, that team? Just a reminder, please check the rules down in the description of how we're doing these rebuilds. 5 seasons. We're going to be doing every team in order of how they finished in the standings. So we will get to every team. We're doing all 30 teams. That is the plan. So just wanted to point that out there. So we will get eventually to your team. With that being said, though, let's get on to the game plan. All right. Well, one thing I want to do, actually, I'm looking at the rotation. Looking at the team. I'm going to pick up Trevor Rosenthal. I'm going to give him a contract. We're going to sign him. We'll let him be the closer. We'll give him a player option. Oh, never mind. My roster's full. We actually have to make some changes. But I do want to sign Trevor Rosenthal, I think. Maybe we'll try to go after him, get a good relief pitcher. So I do need to work on that. But let's take a look at the team first and see what we got going on here. So we got De La Cruz. Good shortstop prospect, Nick Senzel. Stevenson, obviously want to keep around. Joey Votto. A lifelong Red. Hopefully he retires. I don't know if he will, but he's making a lot of money. If we do re-sign him, it's going to be hopefully on a cheaper contract. But you can see the team from a talent perspective, not that great. We also have Noel V. Marte. So there are some guys down here that have some decent potential, but we need a lot of work. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. Nick Senzel might be better served as a platooner guy. Spencer Steer, definitely want to get a better third baseman there. Jake Fraley. Not amazing. Definitely not amazing. But let's take a look at the pitching rotation. Hunter Green, pretty solid. Nick Lodolo, he's got some potential on him, so we like that. But outside of those guys, it's not great. It's not great. The pitching could definitely use some work. Alex Diaz is decent in the bullpen. So, yeah, there's some work that needs to be had. So, we're going to make some moves. I would like to try to maybe sign a couple free agents as well. But I'm going to look around in the market. Let's see what we got. Hunter Green, obviously. Nick Lodolo, though. That's a nice 1-2 combination for the future. Again, my expectations are not to make the playoffs this year, clearly. So, yeah, I'm going to try to move some contracts. Maybe try to get some guys in return. Maybe some prospects. Whether they're good, amazing or not. But we have some moves to make. So I'm going to look around, see what we can get, and we'll go from there. With the Rays, we get Clevenger for Norris, Roman, and Barrero. We're just going to do this deal right there. Get a decent relief pitcher in return. Mostly to clear up the money off of those guys. I am going to pick up, I think, do I want to get Gerard Eichhoff? I don't think so. I think I might go after Rosenthal. I didn't mean to do that on that contract, but I guess okay. And if there's any, guys that I want to try to get, maybe, offensively that'll help us out. Jerson Profar could be useful, so I might pick him up. Also, this Eddie Julio guy, even though he's 18 years old, but he's a 73. So we'll sign him. But he's a D potential as well. And then I think if I could pick up, Jerson Profar, maybe just give him, a little deal here. Maybe that'll help us out a little bit. Okay, no, never mind. I can't get him. That's fine. All right, we're good there, I think, on moves for trades. Like I said, I'll probably make some more moves when it comes closer to the All-Star break. I am not expecting us to be anywhere near the postseason this year. But we definitely want to, look into making some improvements with this team, especially from a pitching front. I do think our bullpen is a bit better with Trevor Rosenthal, but not going to be much helpful. We need a lot of guys on offense as well, better position players. So we're going to set on to the regular season. We're going to simulate a bit. I'll see you guys once I have an update for you, and, hopefully we can make the postseason in the next few years. The All-Star break, and surprisingly, we're not as bad as I thought we would be. We're 41-51, which is not going to be good enough to make a postseason appearance, but we are doing better than expected. I thought we would be more like a 35-win team, so we're doing a bit better than I had anticipated. Again, we're not going to make the postseason, though. We're a bit too far out there, but that's okay. Let's take a look at the injuries. Pinder's hurt right now, but that's okay. How's our lineup looking? De La Cruz is okay. Fairchild's playing center field right now. Nick Senzel. I don't know why. Actually, you know what? I want Nick Senzel starting. He's having a good year. I thought it wouldn't be that great, but you know what? He's doing his thing out there. Tyler Stevenson doing Tyler Stevenson things. Joey Votto's having a nice year, but he's gonna continue to progress. Fraley's been pretty good. Jonathan India's having a nice year. Offensively, it could be worse if I'm being honest. TJ is doing all right, so you like that from him. I still want a better third baseman, so maybe if I can try to get a third baseman, that would be neat. Let me take a look at the pitching rotation. Hunter Green struggling a bit this year. 2-7, 4.01. Nick, though, not bad in terms of record, but, a little high on the ERA. Grashcraft, and then Weaver and Cesar are doing pretty bad. Bullpen-wise, not amazing. TJ, Antone, doing okay. Buck Farmer kind of struggling a little bit. Sims has been pretty solid. Clevenger's been great. He was a good pickup for us. And then Alexis Diaz not doing too good for us. And I guess, yeah, Trevor Rosendahl, I signed you to be in the majors and you're not here. So I'm going to maybe send down. Let me see if I could send down any of these guys. Let's see. Chances are he's not. Also, probably not. Is he on the... Yeah, he's not on the 40-man. That's what I figured. Okay. Okay, if he's not going to be in the majors, maybe we just trade him and try to get something for him. If he's not going to be in the majors. So I could throw this contract out there and then, a couple other guys. I'm trying to get a third baseman. That'd be nice. Move here with the Phillies and get Alec Boehm for Rosenthal, Farmer, and Creel. Alec Boehm will be our third baseman now, our new third baseman, so I'm liking that move for us because, we don't really have the best third baseman depth here, so we're going to do that there. Alec Boehm, welcome to the team. That'll be the only move we make. Like I said, we're not going to be too great this year. We did get this Kurt Dolan guy in the draft, so hopefully we can keep him on the squad. Maybe he'll be a trade piece down the road. But again, I don't really got to show you guys the draft because, again, these guys aren't real. Every year they switch because there's really just no way to import real draft classes. I wish there was, but unfortunately there isn't. So with that being said, we're going to simulate to the end of the season, and we'll see you guys once I'm there. 389, which I guess in real life is an 8-game improvement, I think. They won 65 games last year, or maybe 62. It's some kind of improvement. They definitely didn't win over 65 games. So, that's cool. Try to build upon this season. And let's take a look at the team, see what we got going on here. Jonathan India suffered a fractured shin. That's tough to see. He was having a good year, I believe. He had 281, not too bad. So, unfortunately, got hurt, fractured his shin. Not much you can do about that. But he'll be back next season, hopefully better than ever. Cruz was okay. Newman had a nice year, surprisingly. Kevin Newman doing his thing out there. 279 average. We will take that. Stevenson was pretty solid. Will Myers had a decent season. Fraley. Alec Boehm, great year for him. He's a nice pickup for us. Joey Votto hit 260. Honestly, the offense, pretty good for the most part. Kirk Solly is a backup. Not too bad when he played. He tried to contribute as where he could. So, and then, Spencer Steer. I don't mind him coming off the bench once in a while, but I don't think he should be like it every day. So, yeah. Pitching rotation-wise, I think this is where we need a little bit of work. Nick Liddell ended the season on fire. Hunter Green really struggled. Graham Ashcraft was pretty good, though. Luke Weaver, Luis Cesar. We got to want to improve our pitching. Brandon Williamson, not the best in the bullpen. Garrett Clevenger, great pickup for us. Middle of the bullpen was okay. Yeah, Kunal wasn't very good. Sims was solid, and then Alexis Diaz really struggled, 2-10. He had 36 saves, but 10 blown saves. And a 5.90 ERA. That's not going to cut it for us. So, hopefully he could, have a better season next year. But we have a lot of work to do. It should be a pretty exciting offseason. We'll try to sign some guys to help us out for next season's campaign. Dodgers beat the Yankees in the World Series, so good for them, I guess. And we're getting on to the offseason. We're going to do some contract tenderings, arbitrations, and then we're getting on to free agency. I just want to quickly point this out. I've never seen a name like this before. I just had to point that out while I was offering contracts. That is an incredible name. I don't know if that's a real player, but if it is, that is absolutely insane. Encarnacion Strid. What a name that is. So we're heading into free agency. I did offer a lot of guys contracts here. Now I'm going to try to see if we can get, an upgrade at some of our positions that we definitely need upgrades at. We got, some guys that are up for, that we've already offered contracts to. Like, Will Myers. I'd like to re-sign him. I wouldn't mind getting another center fielder, so maybe getting like Harrison Bader would be pretty cool. I'm going to throw him a contract. Maybe like an 8-year deal, $80 million. That might be able to get him. So if we get him, that'd be cool. Do I want like a guy like Ahmed Rosario, maybe, or Mendez? Well, not really Mendez. Brandon Crawford. Just kind of looking at guys that we might want to pick up here. Third baseman, I feel like we're okay on. Unless we want to give like a contract Matt Chapman, I don't think so. Second baseman, I think we're fine. First baseman, yeah, we have Joey Votto, who I offered a contract, but I wouldn't mind getting somebody else better than him, so maybe I could throw a contract like at, I don't know, Reese Hoskins, CJ Cron, a Brandon Belt, Garrett Cooper kind of guy, maybe even an Eric Hosmer if we're feeling gutsy, but I'm going to go with maybe Brandon Belt, because I feel like I haven't offered him a contract, plus he doesn't want a lot of money, so we'll throw him like $15 million for 4 years. We can make like an everyday. That works for me. And then I think maybe after that, we do want to get some relief pitching, so I'll throw some other guys down here, some contracts, see if we can try to add them to the bullpen, and we'll also get some better starters as well. So other than that, I think that's pretty much about it, and I'll see you guys once I have some offers on the table. We were able to pick up Shohei Ohtani onto the Cincinnati Reds. That is a huge pickup, not only for our pitching rotation, but also our offense, because he can hit very well. I did offer some other guys contracts here. I'm going to show you guys some of the other guys we ended up picking up. I did get most of these guys that I re-signed here. We did get Martin Perez as well, who's coming off a nice season with the Texas Rangers. So we got him as another pitcher. We did sign Brandon Belt. And then you can see down here we signed a lot of our other guys that were just, free agents. So I think I might try to offer... I'm still waiting on Bader, I think. I wanted to get Harrison Bader. I'm still waiting on him to accept his contract. So if he can get his, I think that'd be pretty good. But I think other than that, we might be done for this free agency unless I want to get another relief pitcher, which I might. I might go after a guy like Matt Whistler, just another guy in the bullpen. We'll throw him a contract, and that'll be pretty much about it. So I'll see you guys at the start of the second season. All right, start of the second season. I think this team is looking pretty good. If we take a look at the, this is spring training, so I guess we could skim past it, but I'm going to do that right now, actually. We'll zoom to the regular season. So if we look at the opening day, or rather the MLB roster that we have here. So we still have De La Cruz. We got Bohm now. It's Stevenson, Ohtani, obviously here, and you love to see it for the man, the myth, the legend is Shohei Ohtani. That is a big bat in the lineup. We still have a little bit of work to do, I feel like. But we hit the ball pretty well last season, so I don't think our offense was even the problem. We got Votto coming off the bench now with Belt, here. I guess maybe Joey Votto's going to be the bench. But, he's fine. He's 40 years old, so I'll let him do his thing. Pitching rotation-wise, it's not terrible. We still need some more guys, but obviously having Shohei with Nick Lodolo, Hunter Green, hopefully they can kind of progress. Martin Perez coming off a nice season, then Graham Ashcraft, not too bad. In our bullpen, Garcia, Sims, Clevenger, we got Whistler, we got TJ, we got Diaz, Floro, and then Reynaldo Lopez, I guess, will be our closer for now. So it's a good-looking team. Can we make the postseason our second season? I don't know. It's a pretty big jump that we made. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like we had a really good offseason. So, I think if De La Cruz, he might be kind of like our shortstop. I could move Marte, and then have just like De La Cruz be our shortstop. Man, it's tough. It's tough. Do I move Noelvi Marte? I feel like we have a surplus of shortstop. He's got good potential, and I can maybe fill like a better position of need. So that is an option. I'm going to look around and see if I can make a move now. Otherwise, I'll probably wait till the All-Star break to make a trade. But I do want to see what's out there, for him, if I can maybe muster up something. All right, I couldn't find any moves for now, so we're just gonna wait till I guess the All-Star break to maybe make a trade involving that. But I do like the roster. I think we could see a big improvement here. Do I think we're gonna make the postseason? That remains to be seen, but I definitely think we'll be an 80+ win team this year. Okay, so we're at the All-Star break and we're 50-41. Pretty solid. Actually, that's good enough to be atop of our very weak division. So I guess I'll take it. So yeah, we did draft this Todd Hughes guy, 10th overall pick. That's pretty neat. So we'll worry about that. Let's take a look at the injury list because we do have some guys that are hurt. Right now we got Fraley who is on the list, and he was having a pretty solid year. 314 average. TJ Hopkins and then Matt McClain. Okay. How is our lineup looking? Bader's been okay. Jonathan India's been on fire, so you like to see that. Tyler Stevenson's been good. Shohei Ohtani's been decent at the plate. Brandon Belt's been kind of struggling, but he's been hot as of late. Will Myers been pretty good. Bones and Cole, he's been having a decent year. Yeah, De La Cruz struggling a little bit at the plate. Don't know what I want to do about that. How is Marte doing? He has also been kind of chilly at the plate. He hasn't got called up at all, so there's that. He's still kind of just sitting in the minors. Pitching rotation, I mean, Ohtani's been kind of It's been kind of mid. Hunter Green, I mean, cold as of late, but been better than last season, that's for sure. So that's promising. Nick Lodolo has been good. And other than that, I mean, yeah, the pitching could be better. Bullpen, Lucas Sin's been not very good. Dylan Flores struggling. And Ronaldo Lopez is 30 saves. That's really good. He's been excellent. So, I mean, there's some hit and miss. I do think we could maybe use an upgrade. I mean, we could use another pitcher. Obviously, we could always use more pitching. I do think that I might have to move Marte and try to get like another bat in the lineup. I mean, I could also move Kevin Newman. Kevin Newman's in 247. He's been okay. We have a lot of shortstops, so I could move one of these guys and like a center fielder and just try to get like somebody that has a decent bat. So yeah, I'll see what's out there in the market. So do this deal with the Orioles and get Anthony Santander and then John Means. Both have been kind of Santander's been struggling a bit this season, but that's fine. He's going to be a free agent, and then John Means as well, but I think he's got like 1 year. I think he might have arbitration. We'll see. But either way, he shouldn't be too bad to re-sign, and then Santander's going to be a free agent. But I guess it'll help us out. Does give us another bat in the lineup. So I'll do this move with the Orioles. And that's pretty much about it in terms of trades that we're going to make. So hopefully we can have a pretty solid season, win our division, and make the playoffs. Making the postseason in our second season. I keep saying playoffs. God dang it, man. Okay, 80-74. Not great, but it's good enough, at least to win our division. And we're taking on the Phillies in the NLDS. So, I mean, I'll take it. Wait, did it say NLDS or the wild card? I thought it said NLDS. No. Did it say NLDS? No, it said wild card. I think it said wild card. Either way, it's the wild card. So, 80-74. Hunter Green led the league in strikeouts. That's cool. He had the most strikeouts for a pitcher. Awards, what do we got? We got Ronaldo Lopez getting delivered man of the year. So you like that. That's fantastic. MVP was Freddie Freeman. Walker Buehler was really good too. And then Austin Riley. Those for the MVPs though. Injury list. Fraley dislocated shoulder. Man, this guy can't seem to stay on the field, but he's been productive. So I can't be mad about it. It's just, he just keeps getting hurt. Let's take a look at the lineup, see how we did. De La Cruz was Jonathan, the end of the season, kind of cold, but he had a good year. Tyler Stevenson, not too bad. Santander kind of struggled a bit. Shohei was pretty solid. Belt, Alec Bohm was good, had a good year. It's not bad. Nick Senzel off the bench. Honestly, if you're going to hit 333 off the bench, my man, I'm happy with that. That is fantastic stuff right there. Will Myers pretty decent as well. And that seems to be about it here. How was our pitching looking? Pitching rotation-wise, Ohtani ended up pitching really well. 16-7, 3.41. So I like that. Nick Lodolo had a nice year. Hunter Green led the league in strikeouts, so I can't be mad about that. He ended up having the season on fire. John Means, always a solid pickup. And then Martin Perez. So I do like our rotation. I think it's pretty good for the postseason. And then our bullpen could be better. Could definitely be better. Whistler had a nice year. TJ was okay. I mean, really, Dylan Flores was the one that really struggled, like, mightily. And then Ronaldo Lopez, though, managed it down with 46 saves. So you love that. So we are taking on the Phillies. Let's take a look at the standings here just to see how good they were. Dodgers had 117 wins. My goodness. Phillies had 81. They were 81. They were a 500 team. That's really hard to do. But yeah, Dodgers far and away the best team in the MLB. So we are taking them on the wild card. We got Wheeler on the bump versus Shohei Ohtani in game number 1. We are home all 3 games, playing 3 straight games. Game 1, Ohtani versus Wheeler. We take the victory 2-1. Game 2, Lodolo versus Suarez, and we lose that one. So we need to win game 3 here. We got Hunter Green on the bump for Andrew Painter, and we lose 6-4. So that is unfortunate. We were doing our thing out there and then lost. Nick Lodolo got only just 3 innings. And then Hunter Green struggled a bit as well. So, what are you going to do? I mean, okay, made the postseason our second season as a wild card team. Let's try to build upon that. That's really the goal here. Lineup-wise, Jonathan India had a nice playoffs. Eli De La Cruz did not get a hit. Santander struggled. Okay. Kind of just looking at the rest of the team here. Will Myers had two ABs. Pitching rotation. I mean, Ohtani was dominant, but yeah, Green and Lodolo in their first, I guess, taste of postseason baseball struggled a little bit. But that's okay. We got plenty of time. Still got a few more seasons to go. We'll see me the postseason, see who wins. Astros beat the Braves in the 2024 World Series. Good for the Astros, I guess. I don't know. Good, bad, whatever you guys want to say. They swept the Braves, who beat the Dodgers in 7 games. Good for them. All right, I guess with that being said, let's go on to the next offseason. Guys, some contracts here, and I am going to do some arbitration here as well. So we'll offer most of these guys arbitration, probably not Luke Mal and Derek Law. But other than that, yeah, we got some tendering to do. We got free agency. I think we'll have a decent amount of money to spend, so there's that. I'm going to try to hopefully get most of these guys back here relatively inexpensive. I think we'll probably be over budget or close to it by the time we get to the start of the second season. So we'll see what ends up happening there. But yeah, I'll offer these guys arbitration. That's about it. We can just let Luke walk, and we can also let Derek Law walk. I don't really care too much about them. Again, bringing them back. But yeah, we'll try to get some of these guys back here. Yeah, see what we can get in free agency. I mean, looking at free agency, we've got Juan Soto out here. He'd be a cool pickup. Just another bat in the lineup would be really helpful. Pete Alonso might be an option as well, because then that means, I guess, Belt could be a DH. So I could go after like a Pete Alonso. That wouldn't be too bad. And I would like to get another pitcher. I don't have to break the bank for a pitcher, so maybe a guy like Pablo Lopez would be pretty solid. Or like a Tyler Glass now. So, yeah, I'll see what's out there in the market. And then once I have some offers on the table, I'll let you know. So he's going to be added to our rotation. I feel like it's a pretty solid pickup for us. We also did get Pete Alonso. That's a big signing there. Another bat to add into the lineup. And that, I think, might be... well, there might be some other guys we did offer contracts to that we got. But yeah, we got Santander back. We did re-sign John Means as well. So we do have a surplus of pitchers now. So we'll see what ends up happening there. We could always look to move one of them to get another guy in the lineup. I think that might be it, though. Unless I want to sign like somebody. But I did offer Eric Lauer, but I think I might withdraw his offer. And then maybe we'll use that to get like a relief pitcher. Like I could go after like a guy like Jonathan Loizaga. We'll go after Jonathan Loizaga. He won't be as expensive, so we'll give him a contract, $40 million, 7 years player option, and he'll be his number one option. So if we can get him, that'll bolster the bullpen a little bit more. But I do like the squad. I mean, I could offer like a Juan Soto contract if we gave him like a 4-year deal. I mean, if I can get Juan Soto in the lineup, I feel like that'd be kind of nice if I get him for like 118 for 4 years. Like, I would do that. I would do that. We'll throw him a contract. We'll see if we can get him. All right, I think I'm gonna just deal with the Diamondbacks here. I'm gonna give up I'm gonna get Austin Adams and Scott Manea for Luis Garcia, Vladimir Gutierrez, and Andres Quintero, just to shed a little bit of money here, and we get a little bit less starting pitcher rotation. We got a lot of starting pitchers and centers, fielders, so we do get an extra catcher here. So yeah, I'll do that trade there with the Diamondbacks. That's pretty much it. So we're just gonna head on to spring training, but I wanted to show you guys that really quickly. And here we are at spring training. So I did not get Juan Soto, but obviously I think we did get John Loaiziga though, so that is pretty cool. Yeah, we did get him. So we're gonna send him to the regular season here, and here we are. We're looking pretty good. Let's take a look at the lineup here. So we still have De La Cruz. We'll see what ends up happening with him. If I want to keep it around or maybe move him. Obviously we got Alec Boehm. We've got Pete Alonso now with the Santander. So we still have Will Myers as well. I don't know if we want to move one or the other, but we'll see what we decide is the best course of action there. With Fraley, hopefully he can stay on the field because he's usually, when he stays on the field, he's actually been pretty good. So we'll see how Bader does. Ohtani, obviously here, he's gonna do Shohei Ohtani things. Pitching rotation wise. Yeah, Ohtani, Lodolo, Green, Lopez, and Means. Perez going to be coming out of the bullpen now as our long relief pitcher, which is fine. Then we got Lopez, Whistler, Clevenger. We got TJ, Diaz, Floro, and Loaiziga as our bullpen. Our bullpen could use... His bullpen looks like, on paper, looks fine. But, we'll see how that ends up working out for us. But I do think this team, like I said, could make the postseason again. If we made it last year, we should be able to make it this year. Hopefully we can get past the wild card round this year, maybe make the NLDS and go on a good run. So in our third season, I would assume, yeah, we could kind of keep up the pace of making the postseason every year going forward. Hopefully we can get a World Series. That'd be great. But maybe not this year. Probably the season after would be where we might have a shot if we can add the right pieces to this team. So I'll simulate a bit. I'll see you guys if I have a trade on the table. If I don't, then we'll take a look at the stats of the All-Star break, see who's been doing good, see who's not, and assess the team going forward from there. All right, I'll do this deal here with the Red Sox. They want to swap Rodriguez for Mount. We do have a decent amount of right fielders here, so I'll give them. I'll take on Joely Rodriguez for Drew Mount. That works for me. They're dominating at the All-Star break. 63-27 is what this team is right now. So we are looking in tip-top shape. In fact, we do have the best record in the MLB, 63-27, which is pretty solid. We take a look at the injury list. We got some guys on here, but most of them are in the minors, so that's not too bad there. Let's take a look at the statistics. So we'll take a look here and see what the lineups are doing, the pitching rotation. So De La Cruz has been on fire this year, so he's playing all right. Alec Boehm's been pretty good. P. Alonso, cold as of late. I would have liked a little bit more out of him, but maybe he'll pick it up in the second half of the year. Ohtani's been great, so you love that. And his pitching has been dominant as well. So Jake Fraley, he's been healthy this year, and he's been very good, so you love that from him. Tyler Stevenson not off the bench. Tyler Stevenson behind the plate has been fantastic. He's usually one of those guys that does really well in the sim. Jonathan India, not as good of a year this year. And then Bader and Santander kind of doing their thing. Will Myers, on fire as of late, but cold. Senzel. Honestly, Nick Senzel has been a great guy on this team. Good for spot ups, playing a little bit here and there. Yeah, he's been great. Brandon Belt off the bench hasn't played too much, but he's been pretty solid. Newman has also been pretty solid. Like, these guys have been pretty good. Like, quality. It's quality. It's not amazing, but it's not like 350, not MVP quality, numbers, but doing their job. And Ohtani is doing his job. He's putting up Cy Young campaign. Nick Lodolo, cold. Seems like he was injured a bit this year. He's missed some games, I think. But for the most part, he's been available and good. Hunter Green, nice year for him. Pablo Lopez been struggling a little bit this year. And John Means, his record 5-4 is not amazing. And, it could be better. But I guess maybe just not getting enough run support. 2.63 ERA, though, is really good. And honestly, Martin Perez has been fantastic. So love that. And the bullpen, Lopez, not as good of a year as last year and the year before. So But other than that, the bullpen, I mean, Dylan Floro. I think we moved Dylan Floro. He is just not worth the money. So I'm going to see what's out there in the market for him. Maybe just try to get some prospects because, yeah, he's just a negative. He's not worked out. So let's see what's out there in the market for him. But other than that, that's all I got. So let's see. The team's been playing well. Keep it up. We're going to give Dylan Floro to them from Bobby Mize, Elvis Morales, and Maury Hay. So we're just going to go off Dylan Floro's contract. We will get a few prospects in return. Nothing too crazy, but it will help us out, I think, in the long run. Have them maybe in a future trade. Who knows? But let's keep it up, guys. Team's been playing well, so I have no other moves to make. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. We are automatically in the NLDS because we went 107-55 and taking on the winner of the wild card playoff game. So a nice year for the boys in red. And if we look at the standings, the Cubs won 100 games. Wow, good for them. That's a tough matchup if we have to play them. Dodgers won 116 though. Angels won 102. Astros won 100. A lot of teams with 100 wins. Interestingly enough, league leaders Ohtani led the way in strikeouts. Walks, hits, innings pitched, so whip, and then also wins above replacement. Cool stuff there from Shohei. And did he win Cy Young? He sure did. And he won MVP. This is why you get Shohei Ohtani, ladies and gentlemen. 23 and 6, 2.6 SER, 240 strikeouts, and he hit 285 with 34 homers, 100 RBIs. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane stats. Glad I got him on the team. Injury-wise, though, he has bruised hand, but I think he'll be fine, though, for the postseason, so shouldn't be too mad about that. Nick Lodolo, though, fractured wrist. That's a little bit tough, so we'll see what ends up happening there with him, but he had a pretty solid year. Let's look at the pitching rotation first, actually, instead of the lineup. So, yeah, Hunter Green, he's doing his thing out there. Pablo Lopez, in the season on fire. John Means, and we got Perez, and then Graham Ashcraft. I guess we have to have him for now. Obviously, Ohtani will be here, though, so don't worry. Clevenger had a good year. Honestly, the bullpen for the most part, Austin Adams was but he didn't really pitch that much. DJ could have been better. But other than that, the bullpen was really good. So the pitching looks elite this year. Eli De La Cruz had a good year. Alec Bohm was pretty solid. Pete Alonso had a good year. Why is my voice so hoarse? I don't know why it's so hoarse. Okay. Anthony Santander, decent. Tyler Stevenson, excellent year for him. Fraley was good. Jonathan India was not too bad. Bader had a really nice year as well, hitting 307. And the bench looking pretty good. Will Myers, he's a good guy to kind of just plug in when you need him. And also Nick Senzel. Didn't hit 300. Dipped a little bit, but, still hit 263. We'll take that as a opportunity to play all the infield positions other than first base and all the other outfield positions. So there is that. So we are going to be taking on the San Diego Padres, who beat the Cubs. And, yeah, they had 84 wins. So did they beat the Cubs? No, they beat Atlanta, actually. Okay. Miami beat the Cubs, though. All right, so we're taking on San Diego. San Diego's got Nick Martinez Mount versus Shohei Ohtani. Game 1 is a 4-3 win for us. Very good start there to the postseason. Game 2, Hunter Green versus Rice, and we lose 13-5. Game 3, Lopez versus Brandon Woodruff. We win Game 3. Means versus Bailey Falter is a 2-0 shutout loss. So that means we're going to a do-or-die Game 5. Ohtani is on the bump versus Nick Martinez, and we win 5-4. We are going to the NLCS in our third season to take on the Los Angeles Dodgers. Oh boy. Okay. How'd we do in this game? We were actually, we came back down. We were down 4-0, and we had a big fourth inning, and then eighth inning we got a run. So good stuff there from our team. And Stevenson clutching it out with the homer. I don't know if he was the one that hit the homer in the eighth, but either way, now we've got to face the Dodgers. We got a date with the Dodgers. Walker Buehler versus Hunter Green, first matchup. Game 1 is a 2-0 loss there, and it was TJ. Why are we pitching TJ so much? Game 2, Pablo Lopez versus Julio Urias. We lose. Game 3, Ohtani versus Fried. We lose 1-0, and we get swept in embarrassing fashion. John Means got lit up. Lost 2 close games that probably could have went our way. This game could have went our way. What happened here? They had a run in the 3rd inning. Our bats just didn't work. Yeah. I mean, looking at the team, yeah, Fried just dominated us. So, all right, well, I guess where we stand, we're not good. We're not better than the Dodgers, clearly. Yeah, Means kind of got lit up a bit in the postseason. Green wasn't that great. Honestly, our pitching was not very good in the postseason, really. Clevenger was good. Lopez, Austin Adams, TJ. Yeah, these guys can't. No, that can't happen. Diaz struggled mightily. I might look to move Diaz. We'll see. Whistler didn't even pitch, and then Loizaga was good. So, lineup wise, how did we do in the playoffs? The postseason. Cruz was actually a really good postseason. I mean, India was good. Honestly, we didn't hit the ball well either, for the most part. So that is also part of the reason we were very bad. We just overall weren't very good. I mean, Jonathan India had a nice postseason, and again, so did Cruz, but everybody else was kind of. How did Ohtani do, actually? I didn't look at his stats. Yeah, he was pretty solid, 292. We'll take that from him, too. He was good. So, sorry, we got to the NLCS in our 3rd season. We still got 2 more years to go. Dodgers are going to beat the Astros in the World Series. It makes sense. And we'll see what ends up happening here in the offseason, try to get ourselves into a better contending position. All right, I'm going to do another trade with the Diamondbacks. I'm fine with trading Brandon Belt. He's 37. He's regressing. And, you know, we already have Pete Alonso. So, yeah, I'll do this deal, get Chad Patrick, save some money here. We're heading on into free agency. Now, I don't have too much money to play with, but, trying to think of what I would want to do here. Because there are some cool offers we can make here. I could try to bolster up the bullpen. I could try to get another starting pitcher. I don't think I need that, though. I might just try to get, like I said, another, like a stud relief pitcher. I could just go after. I mean, I wouldn't mind like Dylan Cease stuff. Like Dylan Cease would be pretty cool to pick up for us. Dustin May would also be not too bad. I mean, these are all starting pitchers though. I don't feel like I don't need any. So, yeah, I think we're good. Honestly, I think we just need. Yeah, I think we just need a starting pitcher. I mean, I don't know. Do I want to move Santander? Not really. Do I want to move Will Myers? Like, honestly, he's been good. So, just he's been limited. Well, he played 101 games. That's not really limited. So, I guess that's... You know, Jake Fraley, I can't rely on him being healthy, like, all the time. I mean, he played 94 games this year, so that's pretty good. I think we're good on that front. And I feel like our rotation's pretty solid. Like, I don't think we need another pitcher for the rotation. I do think we could use another relief pitcher. So, like I said, I'm going to see what's out there in the market. If I could try to maybe, you know, clear some guys here. Like, maybe I don't need Tony Santillan, who hasn't pitched for us. Well, hasn't pitched in the majors. Maybe I just try to trade him. Get some prospects. Just free up some, you know, space here. I could like do like Gustavo Gil and Michael Ruiz. Just save a little bit of budget there with the Cardinals. So I'll do that. That's fine with me. And then maybe we just try to pick up like another relief pitcher. I don't know, like a Michael King. Or maybe like a closer. Like I could go after like Devin Williams. I do need a stud closer. So maybe we go after him. Pick up Devin Williams. I think that might be our only major signing that we're going to do here for this season. So he will be, I guess, our new closer. That's going to help bolster up our bullpen a bit. But I think I'm happy with the team. So I'm just going to simulate, I guess, to the start of this 4th season. And if I want to make a trade then, I mean, hopefully we'll have some guys with a potential extra. I wish we could sort here. But just looking at some of the guys down here, we do have some prospects here like Herzog, Arroyo, that are top prospects that maybe we can move like Fernandez, Bobby Mize is a good prospect, and then we got some guys down here that are like A potential. That, you know, like this Monty Ortiz, he's 30 years old, but he's at A potential. So maybe I can get someone of the cheap. So we'll see what's out there in the market, but I'm going to simulate to the start of the 4th season, and we'll look for trades then. I did make a couple signings here. I did lose Nick Senzel in free agency. So I did pick up Yastrzemski. We also were able to get Luis Reyes, so I'm happy with that. I mean, now that means De La Cruz, I guess, is kind of partially on the bench, partially not. I guess Reyes will play when he needs to play. But I think that's a solid pickup because he's going to get on base a lot, so I'm happy with that. I think the lineup looks pretty good, which I like. And we did lose some guys, but I still think we could be pretty good from that standpoint. Got a lot of guys with versatility. Our pitching rotation, Ohtani, Lodolo, Green, Lopez, and Means is a pretty good rotation. Got Perez as our long relief pitcher. Our bullpen, I think, looks good. I mean, now that we have Devin Williams, that's pretty solid. I don't know. I still think maybe we try to move like Diaz, Mize, and I don't know. We have a lot of second basemen. Maybe this guy, Stanley Gallo, Joey Gallo's son. I mean, I don't know if I could get anybody for him. Yeah, it looks like they're going to do this injury situation focus stuff. Yeah, injury focus. So I might just wait until, the break, like right around All-Star break, and then maybe we can make a move then when these guys are not complaining about injury situation and focus and stuff. But I do like this, like the team. I think once again we'll be one of the better teams in the MLB. I mean, we should be. So we look good on paper. I'll see you guys once I have a move for you, or around All-Star break. The All-Star break sitting at 57-33, atop of our division by 12 games. So the team's looking good once again, and we actually have the best record in the MLB somehow, so I'll take it. Injury list, what do we got on the list? Just David Mosley right now. How is our team looking, though? Pitching, lineups, all that fun stuff. So we got De La Cruz, who I guess is now doing his thing out there. Jonathan India is kind of a platoon guy, but he's been pretty good. Will Myers been on fire, so you like that. Scott Manea has been okay off the bench. Bohm, okay. Luis Reyes, I mean, look, 313 average. Love that. That's fantastic. And that's helped for Pete Alonso because he's driving in people. He's got 50 at ribbies, 301 average. Tyler Stevenson's been solid as well. Santander, decent. Ohtani, a little chilly with the bat this year, but the pitching is pretty good, though. It's okay. It's not too bad. The bat, a little bit chilly, but I think he can heat it up, though, in the second half of the year. Bader's been pretty good. And then Jake Fraley, excellent as well. So, honestly, the offense, for the most part, has been wonderful. Our pitching, Tani's been okay. Hunter Green been on fire lately. The little yard's a little high for my liking. Same with Lodolo. Paul Lopez, though, has been good. And then John Means. Yeah, it's not too bad. The rotation's been decent. Martin Perez, solid, very solid as a long relief pitcher. He's been doing his job. So, I like that. John Delansky has been good. The bullpen's looking better. TJ, I'm not really a big fan of that. He's going to be a free agent, so I might try to move him. I mean, I guess he is arbitration, though. And actually, no, not anymore. Not anymore. Never mind. But yeah, other than him, like, the bullpen's been lights out. So I'm going to see if maybe we can make a trade here. Whether that be to get another pitcher, like a starting pitcher. Because maybe we move Means. Do I want to move John Means, or do I want to move, like... I mean, Pablo Lopez will make a lot of money, too. Maybe we move John Means for something. I mean, we could also move one of these pitchers down here. Kind of just finagle our way. Like, I think we could finesse a move. So, like, if I did something like this, I feel like we could either get a really good pitcher, or we can get somebody that could hit really well. Like, I can get Gabriel Moreno from the Giants. Not that that would really matter since we have a really good player already. Joey Menezes would be really solid. He's only played 69 games. Walker Buehler's making a lot of money now, so that's kind of hard to do. So, yeah, it's a bit tough with the money situation. Since we're not making... these guys aren't making a lot. I think like a Brock Burke, but he's not having a good year. Dylan Carlson would be cool from the Cardinals. Contreras, can't get him. Just close. I can close to getting him. Freddie Peralta would be cool, too. William Contreras, Luis Robert is a little bit short on money as well. But I'm going to look around, see if I can make a trade. If I can't, that's fine. We'll kind of just keep team moves. I could get Justin Steele. He's having a pretty solid year for the Cubs. That might be the move. We get him. Josiah's struggling. Ty France. We get another bat in the lineup, and he's hitting 320. Maybe we do that. With the Nationals? Is that the move? Marlins have Felix Bautista. Okay, Jazz. Can't get Jazz. Julian Jimenez, can't get him. Yeah, maybe we get Ty France. That would be kind of nice. I'm just looking at some, like, around the rest of the league. If there's anybody here that I would want. Corey Seager makes too much money. Otherwise, I would go after Corey Seager because he's a cheat code. O'Neal Cruz would be nice. Kenny Gonzalez, George Kirby. No, can't get him. Julio Rodriguez is hurt. And Munoz. Yeah, let's get Ty France. We'll get Ty France in the Nationals for Means, TJ, and Bobby Mize. So we traded some prospects here. League pitcher, starter pitcher. We do get another first baseman. We do need a first baseman. We don't have a lot of them anyway. P. Alonso's my only guy. We have a lot of second basemen. Huge surplus of those guys. So, yeah, we'll do that there with Ty France. Also do this deal here with the Marlins. We're going to get Victor Gonzalez for Johnson and Julio. You know, we have a little too many second basemen and left fielders. So just clear up a little bit of the depth there. We get another relief pitcher since we traded away 2 relief pitchers and a closer. So I don't even know if he'll be in the majors. He might be. He is. Yeah, Victor Gonzalez is there. So I guess it could help out having another arm. And I guess he'll be the replacement to TJ. So and he's having a pretty solid season so far. So I think that's about it. I'll see you guys at the end of the year where I imagine we'll be, atop of our division, I would assume. All right, well, we went 103-59. Nice year for us. We're taking on the win of the wildcard playoff game once again. And who would that potentially be? Well, I guess we'll simulate and find out. Before we do that, though, let's take a look at the standings, stats, and all that fun stuff. League leaders, Hunter Green led the league in strikeouts and win percentage. So we had a nice season from him. Guillorme, wow. He had 336. He might be another sneaky pickup in the franchise. He's on the Mets, so, 2023 he's on the Mets, obviously. So, yeah, maybe we try to get him. We'll see. Luis Arias, though, second in batting average, so he's close. Josh Rojas also, pretty solid year for him. Let's take a look at the awards. We've got Hunter Green winning the Cy Young. Wow. That's impressive. He had a really good season, and he was second in MVP. Wait, who was the MVP? Was it the GOAT? Did the GOAT win MVP? No, he was third. Eloy Jimenez was an MVP. How about that? Eloy Jimenez, MVP. Who would have guessed? We might try to go after him then in free agency. That'd be a good signing for us. Lineups. Bader had a nice year. Arias, Alonso, India. I mean, our offense is fantastic for the most part. I mean, Will Myers, Ypstremski off the bench, Ty France. He's getting some time as well, doing his thing out there. Alec Boehm, I guess, is now coming off the bench in some instances. Okay, listen, the team did their thing. Ohtani was okay. Pitching-wise, not too bad as well. Hunter Green obviously won the Cy Young, so good for him. Nick Lodolo had a good year. Lopez was solid. Graham Ashcraft, I guess we're missing somebody. Oh, no, I guess, Ash. Yeah, Graham Ashcraft, I guess, would be, and then Perez. Because we did move John, right, we moved John Means, so we did lose a 4th starter, but I guess that's fine for the postseason. Our bullpen is looking good. Devin Williams had 51 saves. 9 blown saves is a lot, but, still a pretty solid year for him, I guess. And, we went 103-59, which was the best in the MLB. But not by much. Not by much, by any means. As we will be taking on the Miami Marlins with MVP Eloy Jimenez. MVP Eloy Jimenez is on the Marlins. And the Marlins did win 98 games. Somehow that was not good enough in the NL East because the Braves won 100. Only by 2 games, though. Close, but no cigar. So, Ohtani versus Cabrera, Game 1. We win 9-2. Green versus Alcantara. This is the Cy Young. We have the Cy Young. And we win 11-10. Oof. Goodness. A lot of offense there. Lodolo versus Rogers. We lose game 3. Lopez versus Garrett. Game 4, we win 8-1. So we're in the NLCS once again to take on the Atlanta Braves, who, as previously mentioned, won 100 games on the year for them. The Mariners? Is that pitching stats? That's not that's not hitting, right? Wait. Are you telling me the Mariners hit 173 as a team and won 162 games? 102 games? Or am I reading that wrong? Oh, wait a minute. That's the okay, that's the postseason. That's the postseason, I think. I think that reset. Yeah, that definitely had to reset. I was about to say, there's no way. Yeah, okay, the Mariners, how'd they do? Yeah, they were terrible. Okay, well, they won one game, but yeah, okay, that makes more sense. I was about to say, there's no way they made the postseason hitting 173 as a team. I read that wrong. Okay, so we got Ohtani versus right on the bump in game number 1, and we do win 4-3. Hunter Green versus Oscar Noah. Game 2 is a 2-0 loss. Game 3, we got Lodolo versus Zach Plesac. We lose that one 3-2. Game 4, we lose 3-2. And Game 5, we lose 3-2. Why are we losing every game by 1 run? What is going on here, guys? Seriously. We were 1 game better than we were last year. Couldn't make it to the World Series. You gotta be kidding me, man. How are we losing 3-2? I didn't want to sit in the postseason yet, but okay. Blew a 2-0 lead. Okay. And then here. Oh, guys. Our bats were terrible in this series. Okay, we'll send it to the postseason, I guess. Red Sox beat the Braves. Could have been us. How would the Red Sox this season? The Red Sox won 93 games. Okay, cool. Lineups. The bats chilled a bit. I mean, honestly, I guess not really for everybody. I mean, Arias still hit his thing. Alonso was good. Some guys were hit and miss. Pablo Lopez? Why did he get... Hold on a minute. I am so confused. Why did Pablo Lopez get at-bats? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. Yeah, could have been better, man. Any injuries? Yeah, nobody was injured. Rotation-wise, I mean, Lopez pitched well. Hunter Green kind of struggled a little bit. Okay, I think we need a fit starter. I mean, Perez was really bad. Maybe we look to move him just because he's making a lot of money. Yeah, I'm going to move Diaz. Oh, he's a free agent, though. I should have moved him, man. I knew this guy was a choke artist. At least in the game. In the sim, he's a choke artist. Again, this is all hypothetical. So, alright, well, we got one more year. We've made this NLCS 2 times in a row. Can we get to the World Series in our 5th season and maybe win it? I guess that remains to be seen, but we'll find out now. Alright, I think I'm going to do this deal here with the White Sox. We make Aaron Savale and Dylan Dingler for Thurman Fernandez, Joel Connell, and Eric Herzog. I do want another starting pitcher. I'm not going to have a lot of money in free agency. It's mostly just trying to re-sign guys, so I'm just going to do a couple trades here. With some of the prospects, I feel like I can move. And I think with by getting Savale, that means that Martin Perez is expendable, so I'm going to try to see if I can just clear up some money for him. That way I can re-sign most of my guys. Alright, I'm going to do this deal with the Guardians. We're going to get Clase and Kenny Murray for Perez, Newman, and Yastrzemski. I mean, I'm going to add Emmanuel Clase to my bullpen. Why not? He's not that expensive. So we're doing it. And we're going to get Kenny Murray in return as well. Just an organizational depth right fielder. And I guess we shed a little bit more money there as well. So I think that's helpful. Hoping to get most of our guys back. I did offer Eloy Jimenez a contract. If we do get him, we get him. Like, you know, if I have to lose Jake Fraley, I'm fine with that if we can get Jimenez. I don't want to lose Tyler Stevenson, though, and I definitely don't want to lose some of these other guys, but I think for the most part we're okay, and then I'm just going to kind of let the team do the tendering of the contracts. Well, I'm just going to do it, and we'll go from there. I mean, we got Eloy Jimenez, but I lost Tyler Stevenson. That's a problem, because now we don't have a catcher. Well, here's what I'm doing. I got to get Tyler Stevenson back. And I think I can. I think we can. I think I'm willing to get Tyler Stevenson back. at any price. Well, maybe not any price, but it's gonna be tough to get him back. I feel. I mean, I can get Pete. Well, if I give up Pete Alonso, yeah, I'm not giving up Eloy Jimenez. Do I give up Eloy Jimenez? I don't want to do that. Can I give up like Clase or Williams? I don't want to do that. Bader? Bader's been good though. Ty France. I'll give Ty France. Santander. Oh yeah, I can get him back. How about instead of Santander, Will Myers? No, okay. You know what? I'll give up Santander. I'll give him up, and then I'll give you that. Can I actually do that without Santander, do I think? No, I don't. I think I... Oh, Savale. I don't want to give him up. Jake Fraley. Okay, I just got to get Tyler Stevenson back. So I don't care what it takes, but I'm trying to figure out the right move here that I can do. So let me just look around for a bit, and I'll see what the right offer is. But we could definitely get him back. I think it's going to be Arroyo, France, and Santander. It's kind of unfortunate that I have to give up Ty France, but and Santander. But, you know, I can't not have Tyler Stevenson on the teams. So we're going to do that. Thank you very much, Dodgers, for re-signing him for me. I appreciate that a lot. I guess now... Well, if there are any right fielders out there that I could get back, I mean, I could get like Hunter Renfroe and still have Will Myers. I mean, I would like to get back Jonathan India and Alec Boehm. They don't have any contract. They don't have any other offers. So we'll see what ends up happening there. But I guess I could offer like Mitch Haniger or Hunter Renfroe. I'll probably offer Mitch Haniger because he's probably a little bit less expensive. We can get him like on a cheap deal. He could be another right fielder for us. So I'll do that deal there. And I think that's about it. So I'll see you guys at the end, the start of the 5th and final season. I'm going to do this deal with the Padres here. We're going to give up Brian Ray and TJ Friedel for Caleb Ferguson and Joshua Mears. Season, and I did lose Alec Boehm, but we did pick up a couple guys, I guess, in return to help us out. I got like Yanni Diaz to help us out there. So we have Will Myers. I did pick up Mitch Haniger, like I said I would, so he will be the starting right field instead of Santander. We still have pretty much the same lineup, though. Obviously, now we have Jimenez as our starting left fielder, which is pretty good. And I guess Jake Fraley could be a DH. That works for me. Eloy Jimenez coming off an MVP caliber season, so adding him in the lineup's huge. Issa Reyes and Jonathan India. Jonathan India gets to play third base. That's fine with me. So, lineup looks good on paper. How's the pitching rotation looking? The pitching rotation is looking pretty good with Ohtani, Green, Lodolo, Lopez, and Savale. And then our bullpen with Whistler, Ferguson, Loizaga, Clevenger, Lopez, Clase, Diaz, and Williams is not bad. If Diaz, I don't know, we might still try to move Diaz, but we'll see how that ends up working out. There's no other moves right now that I want to make. Because, again, this team's going to be really good in the regular season. It's all about can we put it together in the postseason. So, with that being said, I'm going to simulate, I guess, to the All-Star break, and we'll see how the team's doing. And hopefully, this is the year we can maybe get to the World Series and maybe win. That would be great if we could win. 54-36. We're kind of not doing as great as I thought we would be doing. So let's see what we got going on over here. We got some injuries here. Fairchild's hurt. I thought I had traded him, but I guess not. Okay. Well, either way, he's here. We couldn't move him. Lineup-wise, De La Cruz, not having the best of years. India's been okay. Jimenez has been pretty solid. P. Alonso putting up a great season. Stevenson been good. Fraley. So the team's doing their thing out there. We've been good. Luis Reyes, obviously, always a good pickup. Hits 325. Absolutely crazy. Ohtani's been struggling at the plate a bit, so that's not very good. Our pitching rotation, Green's been really good. Nick Lodolo's been solid. Ohtani is down to a 90 overall. What is going on? Pablo Lopez, though, excellent season for him, and Aaron Savala's been really solid, too. So, you know what? The pitching's been good. Clase, Loizaga, the bullpen. Devin Williams struggling a bit. Clevenger's been lights out, though. Clevenger's been lights out. Diaz having a solid year, I guess. So, I mean, here's the problem. We're over budget. If we make a move, it's gonna be a small move, right? Or it's gotta be someone like that's not making a lot of money. And I mean, listen, we're 54 wins, so I'm comfortable where we are. I think we'd have a good second half of the season, even without making a move. I'm gonna see what's out there in the market. We do have a lot of right fielders here. Like if I threw a Benson, Fairchild's hurt, so I can't trade him right now. Like Yandy Diaz is a platoon guy. He's only played 15 games. Cam Collier I might move because it's just not really worth having him on the team. If we can get I don't even know what I would want. What would I even want here? I don't know. I just want talent. That's what I want. I can't get Dylan Cease, but I could if I could afford him. Like who's cheap that I could get? That's the question. Yuri Perez, can't afford him either. Jackson Holiday. Ooh. I get 2 top prospects. Like 2 really good prospects there. Holiday. Can't get DL Hall. Dude, do I get Jackson Holiday? I mean, De La Cruz is pretty good. Honestly, Jackson Holiday might be the move, man. Yeah, we're going to get him. Thank you, Orioles. All right, we're doing it. Getting another bat in the lineup. Now, I don't know. Is he going to be in the majors? I'm hoping he is. I mean, he is, so that's it. That's all I got. I mean, now we don't really have a third baseman because we traded Collier. But then again, I mean, if you look at our lineups, like, it looks like, you know, India can play third, so it's fine. I'm done. We're just going to keep the team the way it is. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. 101-61 is what we went in our 5th and final season, taking on the winner of the wildcard playoff game. So we had a good year once again, and we are the best team in the MLB. Tied with the Braves. I said Reds. We are the Reds. Hunter Green, best WAR in the league. That's nice. Awards, we've got Garrett Cleavinger winning Delivery Man of the Year, Hunter Green winning the Cy Young, and Pete Alonso winning the MVP. So that is fantastic. What a year we had. Nobody's hurt right now, which is solid. Our lineup, Bader had a good year. Arias was good. Leo Jimenez had a nice season. Obviously, Pete Alonso won MVP. Fraley, really good. Tyler Stevenson was good. Everybody's hitting the ball like crazy. So that's awesome. That is fantastic. I'm loving it. For the most part, everybody did their thing. So if we can keep the bats hot in the postseason, that would be fantastic. Pitching rotation, Hunter Green was great. Dola had a nice year as well. Pretty solid. Ohtani was meh. Ohtani was definitely not as, and his hitting really dipped. But I guess he was hurt a lot. My assumption. It seemed like he missed a lot of time. But Lopez and Zavala were excellent, though, as guys down here. So pitching-wise, we looked really good on the rotation. The bullpen, Wise goes decent. Could have been better, though. But I think the bullpen, for the most part, was pretty good. Devin Williams looked like he was a little bit better after the All-Star break. 18 holds is pretty cool. Cleavinger, 47 saves on the year. Excellent stuff there. So we will be taking on either New York or Arizona. I don't know who I'd rather take on. Doesn't really matter. We're taking on the Mets. Okay, well, there you go. The Mets, they were a 91 win. Well, they were both 91 win teams. So we got Hunter Green versus Tyler McGill in game number 1 here. So game 1 is a 3-1 loss. Nick Lodolo, game 2, we win 2-1. Can we win game 3 with Ohtani on the bump versus Urquidy? We don't. And our season's in jeopardy. Game 4, Lopez versus Peterson, and we get eliminated. Couldn't make the World Series at all with the Reds. That is unfortunate. We made the postseason 4 out of 5 seasons, got to the NLCS twice in a row, and we just struggled to make it out of the postseason. And yeah, our hitting, not that great. Not great. Pitching rotation, Ohtani got lit up, man. Ohtani got lit up. Yikes. Yikes. And our bullpen, yikes. For some of the guys. Ferguson got lit up. Clase got lit up. Lopez wasn't amazing. He's okay, I guess. But, you know, he got lit up. Everyone got lit up, man. That is a very disappointing end to the season and the video. I mean, listen, we got the Reds to, I guess, a perennial postseason contender. But, dang. Couldn't get to the World Series, unfortunately. But sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. Rays beat the Mets in the World Series, so I guess we lost the team that eventually got to the World Series. Yeah, it's unfortunate. So, I guess with that being said, we're going to go to the full screen to close out the video. Alright guys, well, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Comment down below some more videos. Go to our socials. We have a playlist, second channel, and main channel down below in the description if you look at the content PTJP. I don't know why I'm saying that so emphatically, but I am. You know, we built a pretty good team. Unfortunately, just could not get the job done. Made the postseason 4 out of 5 seasons, which I guess is more than usual, but couldn't even get to the World Series. So, I guess looking at the MLB standings here from last season, we do have our next AL team, which will be the Detroit Tigers. According to the standings, they had 66 wins. So, yeah, we'll be doing them. All right, well, I guess be on the lookout for that. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, everybody. See you soon. Peace.